So we are ranking the Prestige. Take it away, Cameron.
Mike, so we have a list that grows every week. And it's definitive and objective.
I'm sure it is.
Inarguable.
I've seen where you put Groundhog Day, buddy.
Okay, whoa. Spoilers!
He's not.
We're not talking about Groundhog Day today. We're talking about The Prestige, which is an incredible Christopher Nolan movie. I'm gonna say before I rank it that it is, I think, the best made Christopher Nolan movie. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say it's the best Christopher Nolan movie based on how we say a movie's better than another, but the craft of this movie is like none other. It's basically a magic trick movie. It's a movie that is a magic trick. It starts off by saying there's 3 parts to a magic trick. You have the pledge, then the turn, then the prestige. And it tells you what's going to happen in the movie. And the movie is so smart and so expertly crafted that it literally tells you the twist and you don't want to believe it because you want to see the magic. And then when you see the twist, you're like, oh my gosh, I was not expecting that, because you're desperate to see some magic in it, but the twist was there right in front of you the whole time. So we're definitely going to spoil this. Again, please watch this movie. I'm going to say a few things about it before I rank it. It has 2 competing magicians. The pledge of the movie, so kind of the setup of the movie, is that they're 2 magicians who work together. And they're torn apart because one of the magicians, Angier, is married to the woman who does all the show, the presenting on the stage. And Borden, the other magician, is the one to tie the knot. Well, he ties a specific knot that holds her better, but it's harder to get out of, and she drowns. So then the turn happens, which is now the film is about them competing against each other, them trying to out magic the other. And what's interesting is they're both totally obsessed with coming up with the best magic trick and being better than the other. One is led down a road of pure commitment to his craft, and the other is taking shortcuts and almost going into like dark magic. And it's like he's going the spiritual route. So it's actors at the top of their game: Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, Michael Caine. The Gollum is in this.
I know. I was going to say Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis is in it.
Right.
David Bowie? Is that
Bowie, come on.
Golly, oh my God.
Labyrinth, Ziggy Stardust, come on.
Well, this is how...
Such a young whelp.
I know.
This is how I knew who David Bowie was this film.
He did a great job. He actually was a good actor.
Yeah.
He was a good actor.
The craft of this movie is on a new level. There's a lot of... We're going to get into discussing it, so I have some notes here I can present. Something about the craft that I love is this movie has 146 time jumps in it.
Oh, I was
146.
Yeah. Did you count them or did you look that up?
I looked it up.
Because that's a lot of jumps.
Yeah, it's like when you're watching it, it plays like a chronological narrative. You realize it's doing time jumps.
Yeah.
But the more you watch it, the more layers you find.
Right.
I've seen this movie, and it's not a movie you need to watch twice. You need to watch it like at least 3 times.
That's a good point.
I've shown it to people, and I'm like, it's one of my favorite movies to show people, because I'm like, I want to see what he thinks the whole time.
You've never shown that to me, though.
I picked it so I could show it to you.
Oh, that was nice of you.
Even though I wasn't there.
Okay. Public schools are out of control, and homeschooling isn't for everyone. But what about Catholic schools? Even many Catholic schools are drifting away from the faith. Is your Catholic school one of them? The next generation is at risk of forgetting their Catholic tradition and losing their faith. That's why we love the work of the St. John Henry Newman Institute. They help revitalize Catholic schools. They train leaders, give grants for schools in need, and build roadmaps to help schools transform their curriculums. The John Henry Newman Institute is the guide that Catholic schools need, and it's simple. At jhni.org, schools go through a simple application and assessment process and receive a tailored transformation plan so that their Catholic school can embrace tradition and teach the fullness of the faith. Whether you work at a Catholic school or just drop your child off there, make sure your school joins the John Henry Newman Institute network so that you can get peace of mind knowing that your Catholic school is really fully Catholic. Learn more and join us at jhni.org, accelerating the renewal of Catholic education. That's jhni.org, jhni.org.
Here at Movie Crusade, we defend good movies. Did you know our team has developed an incredible script about the Eucharist? It's called God Bread. Why? Well, millions of Catholics believe that little piece of bread on the altar is Almighty God. If they're wrong, they're all crazy. If they're right, it changes everything. God Bread is a film with 3 stories spanning thousands of years about women who were actually crazy enough to believe it. It's not the kind of film Hollywood wants to make. That's why we need your help. If you're tired of the Hollywood filth or the Christian fluff, go to godbread.com and support a highly artistic, deeply traditional film that will shock the world. That's godbread.com. So where are we going to rank this movie? So we have, on the list you see, we have movies that are rated with a color, the 3 colors available, and then it's ranking them. So we're asking the question, how effectively does this movie move the world towards the good? That's our principle. How effectively does this movie move the world towards the good? So let's slap this baby. Oh my goodness. Let's rank this puppy. Number 14, The Prestige. Interestingly, it's right under The Greatest Showman. I wouldn't say Greatest Showman is a better crafted film.
It's not.
The Prestige is miles better in terms of craft than The Greatest Showman. But when you think about a movie that moves you towards the good, The Prestige is a cautionary tale, right? It's like, here's where obsession can lead you. And I think there's better moral stories that are cautionary tales than this one. Much better, I would say, because I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about this. But it has 2 individuals. It's like, here's a guy who's obsessed, and here's a guy who's very, very obsessed. And it's like, as a moral story, it's like, okay, I get that obsession is bad, but I'm not really getting much contrast here. There's other movies that do it better, that show like, oh my gosh, this, he had it. This was the path over here, and he kept choosing this path. So that's why it's, I think The Greatest Showman moves more people towards greater goods.
I can see that, yeah.
With marriage and family and putting that above, other successes. But The Prestige is just a thrill ride. It's number 14 is pretty high. It's not in the top 10. I would put it in the top 10 in terms of craft. I'd put it in the top 5 in terms of just like, I like this movie. If it was a I like this movie list, it would be a top 5 movie, but it dropped down to 14 just because the goods aren't good enough in the movie. Tony, number 14, what do you say?
I'm not going to throw a fit about that. I was about to throw a fit because the singing, the musical of The Greatest Showman ticked me off. But you're right. That did move me to like, I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better father. And I need to stop being a circus leader.
Yeah, I'm so glad you quit that.
Which is how we all thought about you.
So true. I wish you would just quit putting on that stupid coat.
How long have you been in the circus? Is like the first question I asked Tony.
But I immediately was like, oh, because I had seen The Prestige years ago, and then I watched it again. Kind of watched it twice though, because I watched some of it and then I rewatched the last part with Allie, about the last hour with Allison. I dig it. I think it's a good ranking. Mike, what'd you think about the movie?
Oh, I agree with Cameron and you. I loved it. It's a cinematic masterpiece.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's so well done. And from a biblical perspective, you could put put this under the category a cautionary tale about violating the commandment, "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods." In this case, they're coveting each other's prestige.
Yep.
Wow.
They're coveting each other's honor, right? Or acclaim. And this is what you get when you covet.
That's right.
It don't end good for you, you know?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
As a lesson, like if you were to teach a class and you said,
If I were to teach a class on the 7 deadly sins, this would be under envy.
yes,
And this is why you should not go down the rabbit trail of envy.
that is such a good springboard, because it's if you lay the groundwork of what envy is and then show this film, you see that it's always the decisions they make are over envy. How can I crush this guy?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I'm gonna make him I'm gonna shoot a bullet at him, or I'm gonna trap his hands in this cage. You know, I'm gonna ruin his career. I'm gonna one up him. I'm gonna steal his act. You know,
And
it's
as-
all about that.
And as one moral theologian once noted, envy is unique among the 7 deadly sins, for it is the only deadly sin that affords no pleasure to the sinner.
Wow.
Like even with anger, you kind of get your
get a
rocks
relief,
off, right?
yeah.
Like I'm in control when I'm angry. And lust, of
thought
course,
of
brings
that.
pleasure. Gluttony brings pleasure. Sloth brings pleasure.
Yeah.
Disordered pleasures, but pleasures nonetheless. Envy is just an acid.
took about-
brings no pleasure
Yeah.
whatsoever.
That's so true.
I was just so enthralled. Like every time I watch this movie, I can't think of another movie that every time I'm watching, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
rewatching it and learning more. And then you see the clues scattered about. The acting is so convincing. They're at the top of their game.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
accents they're doing.
Well, they do. What's great is Michael Caine and Christian Bale nail that Yorkshire accent, because that's not their natural accent. And I kind of, when I watched it most recently, I was like, those guys are nailing that. Hugh Jackman couldn't even try. He's not as good as an actor as Christian Bale.
Yeah.
So I'm just dogging on the Australian or whatever he is. I really liked that Michael Caine's character Cutter and David Bowie, Tesla, both mention obsession to Angier.
Yep.
And that to me, like Mike, you were talking about how this would be on Envy. I mean, it was such a good movie of like, yeah, these guys just go at each other the whole time. And it was a great, I think this is Nolan's best performance.
I agree.
As a craft.
Like the way he always plays with time, you know, Memento was the thing that put him on the map. It's like, oh, when you watch, you realize it's kind of in reverse and it's cutting back and forth between reverse and forward. And then, you know, with Inception, he plays with time. Tenet, obviously, backwards time. But this was like playing with time at a level of creative genius that you don't realize it's happening.
I was getting a little frustrated with, oh my goodness, we're all over the place. But then you fall in love with that in a way, especially when you have the
You're on a ride. It's like
you're
watching
on a ride,
show.
right.
Yeah.
And then having that diary where they're both reading that diary.
And both like tricking each other with the
it's
diary.
like, oh, and then, no, he got tricked. Like, oh my goodness.
But at the end, they keep one-upping
Yes.
each other. That's what I love. It's like, I thought, it was like the third time I watched it, I was like, oh, that's the ending. I'm like, wait a second. No, wait.
No.
And then there's another
Yeah.
ending. And the layers in this movie are incredible. So some things I love about it is that, you know, the big twist is that I think the big twist is not that there's this technology that duplicates Angier. The big twist is that Borden the whole time had a double. And then you realize, oh my gosh, he was the guy in the makeup the whole time. And oh my gosh, when his fingers got blown off, the double had to do that too. And the commitment to the craft, that's why they so many clues. They had well, first, it's said multiple times by Cutter says it. Oh, he has a double. That's how he does it.
Yes.
I know, I've seen this act again and again. He has a double. No, it can't be. It can't be that. He's thinking bigger than this. It's bigger than that. Even
And that's what obsession will do to you. Obsession will make you go bonkers.
his
And that's what it did to him.
assistant said it as well. He has a double. That's what he said.
I saw the wigs. I saw that.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's the double-sided coin. He shows them like the coin with 2 heads. That's part of the trick. Obviously, the clues about the wife saying, "Sometimes you love me,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
not today."
Some days
Yeah.
you do, and some days
It's like, okay, you do love me today, but
Yeah.
maybe not tomorrow, you know? And then another clue, which is more surprising, is at the wake, at the casket, when he asks him, "What knot did you tie?" And
Yes.
he says, "I don't know."
Yeah.
How can you not know? That's how we couldn't know.
Because it was the other twin.
yeah.
How can you
I
not
thought
know?
he was lying, but you think it was the other
Could have
one.
been sincere, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, Mike. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
So and then the parallels are here because both Borden and his wife get hanged throughout the movie. That's their destiny. And then both Angier and his wife drown, and that's their destiny. And there's this connection between the bird in the cage and how Angier's obsession leads him to this cage of water. And that's where it's all leading to, that he becomes, the act. So the cliffhanger from earlier, you asked something about duplicating himself, like
Yeah.
how many times?
Yeah.
Or why didn't he just duplicate himself once and then do the trick that way?
Right.
There was an interview with Christopher Nolan,
Oh,
and they asked him a question about, like, tell us about the sci-fi elements of this film, because of the science fiction of duplicating this guy. And he said, what sci-fi elements? Like, weren't you watching closely enough? He's implying that there's no duplicating trick. That actually, because you don't see any doubles of Angier. You see one guy in a tank at the end.
No, you don't. You see like a whole bunch of tanks with floating corpses.
No, it just shows you one at the end, I think.
well, there's a lot of tanks. To be fair, there's a lot of tanks, but you only see one corpse in the tank. But he also is shot on the ground.
He's shot on the ground.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, that's
Borden shoots him.
yeah, but there's one who's shot on the ground and one in a tank.
Yes. So there's just one duplication, is what
There
Nolan
could
is
be
saying?
one duplication and that's it. Or there could be he's doing the double game as well. Because you don't see, you never see a duplicate.
But what about the top hats?
Oh no, time out. What about when he first tries it and he's got the gun there and he shoots?
You don't see him die.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
I'm just saying it's interesting that the director in an interview said there's no sci-fi elements in this film.
That's 'cause
Well,
Christopher Nolan's crazy.
this could be more of his classic misdirection.
Yeah.
Because in Colorado, when they're testing the machine, they
Yes.
discover dozens of top hats,
Yep.
Right.
which implies that the machine was successful. And Tesla gives it to him, but warns him not to use it,
Right.
which implies the machine was a success.
But then he says it never works as intended or as you think it's going to work. So
And I could have sworn we saw more than one body in that basement.
maybe you're, and then it would be stretching it too far to say like, oh, those were dummies. And
Yeah.
if it showed a lot of corpses in tanks, then the implication is very much
Right.
he kept doing it.
Yes.
Which is, then your question is super valid. Like,
Right.
why not do it once and then do the trick like Borden did it?
Right.
That's
good.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, he did work with a real life double who got uppity. So maybe
That's
that's
right.
why he wants to keep killing them, because he doesn't want to have to deal with a guy who's going to blackmail him.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
So that could be it. That just popped in my head.
When I watched this film first, for some reason, I pictured Borden as the enemy, even at the end of the film. Maybe it's because I liked Hugh Jackman more and Angier was like more appealing to me. But yeah, this film, Angier is the worst
Right.
of the two magicians.
Yes.
Like Borden, he's lying, but he's dedicated to his craft. Like Angier goes to the lowest of lows, like murder and cloning and dark arts. Like after my 11th rewatch, I realized, man, this guy's the worst of the worst.
Great film. And so here's my tidbit that I noticed when I was watching the credits. There are no credits for Fallon. There are none. Isn't that crazy? There is
What?
No, when you watch the credits, there is no Fallon, Christian Bale. Nope.
So there's only one credit for Christian Bale?
Yes. The professor or Borden.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
There's no credit for Fallon. I don't know.
Nolan,
That's Christopher
what are
Nolan.
you doing?
He's a kook. He's crazy.
What if he has like a sequel to, like he's going to answer all these questions in a sequel?
Yeah, we'll see.
This,
about that.
yeah. Final thoughts is this movie is just a stone cold masterpiece. I'm so glad this movie exists. Besides those dangerous elements, I think it just hits so hard. It's such a compelling film. It doesn't rise to the other level of those films because it's a fascinating study. You know, you can say it's on envy, and it's like, great, don't be envious. But I think other films move towards higher goods much better than this. Like, you can be nerdy and like really love this film, but for the general public, I don't think it moves the world as effectively as the other movies. But I love it.
I just watched this. I would watch it again tonight. Like I would totally. Watch it again
I
tonight.
would sincerely watch it with you tonight for my 12th rewatch.
Okay, that's it. Mike, any final comments on The Prestige or anything else?
No, I echo your thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
And it's nice that I'm not making excuses or saying that we're not. Look, we're doing the Gabriel Code. It's really important. But this is not a, oh, I really wish it didn't have, like with Braveheart, like, oh, well, you've got double boobs and then you've got adultery and you've got
The
these
harmful elements. Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is just, we've got some dangerous elements, and but they're not massively dangerous. I think we could go, like, we have different levels of what we would call that, but amazing film. 14. I'm actually really cool with that. I really wanted to get mad and mess your papers up, even though it's the end of
I
your...
have so many papers.
You have way too many papers. Anyway, you're going to want to go to moviecrusade.com, sign up, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and watch. You got to share this. We've got to get the word out about the Gabriel Code, and we need your help. So please get all your family together, tell them to watch this, and
Just duplicate yourself a lot of times, and all of your duplicates go online.
massive electricity. Do that. Go to moviecrusade.com, sign up, go to YouTube and go to @The Movie Crusade, subscribe, watch. Dr. Michael Foley was here. He's sleeping here. He'll be back again. And he's going to sleep in this
He's
studio.
not crying. He's laughing. He's loving it. He's thrilled.
It's okay. It's okay.
Why did
okay.
you have to mention where I'm sleeping?
He's sleeping right here on this desk. Oh, goodness. Mike, we got plenty more fun where that came from. If you liked that clip, which I'm sure you did, then check out our other clips. And don't forget to go into the comments section and hype this bad boy. Don't make me get Fat Cardinal. Hype it now.